It's time for the SVU After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We are talking Season 19, Episode 1, Gone Fishing. We're going to Cuba, and then we've got some Noah stuff happening. Stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello and welcome to the SVU After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. If you haven't already, go to YouTube and search for AFTERBUZZ TV's drama channel. That's right, this is a drama because it's dramatic. I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm so excited to be joined here
by Taylor Gates.
Yay! Yay! I was mid-sentence and then stopped.
Took it away.
We're talking Season 19, Episode 1. That's right, the season premiere of Season 19, Gone Fishing.
Go fish.
Go fish! All right, before we jump into the episode, I would like to remind everyone of the RAIN hotline. This is the National Sexual Assault Hotline, 1-800-656-4673, 1-800-656-4673. They're available 24 hours a day. They also have an online chat, so check that out. That is RAIN, RAINN. Okay, now that you have that, we will warn you that this show sometimes gets serious. This episode, like many of them, get real weird and dark and terrible things happen, and the only way to get through them is to make terrible jokes. They're great jokes. Terrible content. Yep.
Yeah.
So you've been warned. This is considered a trigger warning. If this is not for you, we apologize that you shouldn't be here. Perfectly timed.
That was very good, Steve. Thank you so much.
Okay. We're going to start with the plot of the episode because...
We're going to start with the whole thing.
That's how the show works. There's a plot, and then we have other things to talk about. Okay, so Finn is in Cuba.
Havana.
Which, to be fair, looked very much like this is a Cuba set.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was like, this is so fake.
It's a Cuba set.
It's a Cuba set.
It's a set of Cuba.
It cracked me up, though. The first time and the second time, I was just like, oh, this is Warner Brothers. Like, this is not Havana.
Again, watching it, because we saw it when it premiered, but watching it now, I was like, girl, that rest of that walkway is painted.
Yeah.
That's the wall.
I thought for a hot sec that the wife was Gal Gadot. It looked like her so much for a second. I was like, oh my god, they got her. No, they didn't.
You think I wouldn't know that Gal Gadot was on SVU? Please.
I mean, me too, but I was just like, whoa, like maybe they got her. Nah.
So Finn kidnaps Byron Marx, played by Will Chase, for Nashville fans. He's on Nashville.
I do not watch Nashville.
Great. So he played Byron Marx. Apparently, this is what I read today. There was an SVU character previously called Dr. Byron Marx, who's played by Daniel McDonald in Season 2. Not only did they reuse that name, but his lawyer, who is played by Peter Jacobson, that we all know is very clearly the pimp Ganzel.
Yeah,
right?
Repeat offender.
Very clearly Ganzel played a character named Dworkin. Hilariously, Richard Kind was on the show previously as a character named Dworkin. It's one of my favorite episodes because we know his name is Dworkin because the limo driver wrote Dorkin, and he's like, Dworkin?
What season is this?
Oh, don't ask me the season,
is
but
it's long time
No,
ago?
It was a recenter episode. It's the episode where Eames comes in from Criminal
okay. Yeah, all right.
Great episode. So he plays a character named Dworkin. Richard Kind plays a character named Dworkin. And they just tweeted, Richard Kind is going to appear as a lawyer later this season. And I tweeted back at them being like, did Dworkin get a law degree?
Dworkin got a law degree.
Apparently this Dworkin got a law degree.
They reuse their names so much. They reuse the name Harris, the last name Harris, like almost every episode I've noticed. It's wild.
That's so funny. But Jacobson apparently played this character. According to fans, he played Randolph J. Dworkin, a federal court attorney, in the original Law & Order.
Oh, interesting.
Look at me full of fun facts. You're
so
welcome.
many. The funnest of facts.
Thank you. Okay, so Finn kidnaps him and brings him back to the States because he raped 3 women. He's a DNA match, and 2 out of the 3 will not testify, but who will? Carla, played by Amy Smart.
She's great.
I love her, and I think she did great here.
She did very great.
And her terrible, that's the polite word, husband, I wrote a different word, husband Frank. He is a piece of crap.
He's the worst. I thought it was gonna come.
Thank you.
Exactly. I thought he was gonna come back in and like be abusive or you know what I mean?
No,
I
he's just
thought
a jerk.
He just sucks. Like that's all his purpose was, is just being the worst.
Oh, I was so annoyed.
Me too. I was like, why? Like if he's
was
not gonna
so
come back,
unnecessary.
what's the point of him to be just like? I just hated him so much.
I would have been okay if when we came in and she was holding the gun on Byron Marx, if he was dead. Like I thought she would.
Yes!
You know what I mean? Like she killed her husband and then did this.
That would have been something.
That's what I thought. Watching it a second time, I was like, "Oh right, she killed her husband." Nope.
No,
he
he's
just
still
disappeared.
hanging out there. I hope she divorces him soon because he's terrible.
Oy. Okay, so they go to court, and it turns out the question is, did Finn kidnap him? How did we not catch this? Like, no, he didn't stumble upon the guy and then convince the police to let him have him.
Of course not. It's Finn.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
not-
in Cuba randomly. Like, come on.
Silly.
Silly.
So silly.
No way.
And then we get to the coolest part of the episode, where they're arguing case law. Okay.
Tell me all about case law.
Okay, so Barbara presents the Kerr-Frisbee doctrine, which I have pulled up. It's so good. Okay, so in Kerr versus Illinois, in 1886, I can read. A messenger forcibly kidnapped a defendant from Peru and brought him back to the U.S., even though he had been sent to Peru with a valid warrant, instructing him to obtain the defendant with the cooperation of local authorities. Addressing Kerr's due process challenge, the Supreme Court held that such forcible abduction is no sufficient reason why the party should not answer when brought within the jurisdiction of the court. Meaning,
So it was fine.
it's fine. Apparently, you're allowed to.
I mean, go for it then, I guess.
So the response that was given, boom, another law. The guy played by the non-Genzel said he brought up U.S. versus Toscanino, which sounds like it could be related to Carisi. And in this case, Toscanino appeals from a narcotics conviction, saying that he was, hold on, I got it. He contends that the court acquired jurisdiction over him unlawfully through abduction of U.S. agents who kidnapped him from Uruguay, used illegal electronic surveillance, and tortured him and abducted him to the U.S.
But was it torture?
Was it torture?
Just one. But his argument, like the dog in the car,
yeah.
was so good.
It's such a good
Like
argument.
he was an extra lawyer, but I was like, wow, that is some good lawyering.
I mean, it is a really good argument.
Yeah.
I like that what Finn's argument back was
I
like,
checked on him.
no, that wasn't the part. The part where he was like, yeah, I would I would break a window and then arrest the guy because that's the law.
Yeah.
But this was not a dog, so I didn't have to.
So it was fine. It's just a human.
So
Whatever.
Silly, so silly. So apparently being in a van for 4 hours is not torture.
Thank you.
These are great
The
today.
ruling on that.
Yes. Okay, so then Cuba jumps in. That was also hilarious.
Yeah, they're just like,
We're here.
here's Cuba coming in
Yeah.
from left field.
Yes. Coming in from left field, that sounds like a good segue. Yup.
It's a nice segue.
I segued.
Anyway, do you want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life? For those of you who do, we have got the podcast for you. Conversation with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life. From health and wellness to career, relationships, finances, and more, let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know it was us, the SVU After Show, who sent you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition. Check it out.
Heck yes.
Heck yes.
Coming in from left field, Maria Menounos. But to be fair, her stuff is so good.
It's so good.
She's got very entertaining interviews, and they're educational.
Absolutely.
And I don't have a big sister, so, I got Maria.
Neither do I. I am the big sister. And I need one.
I don't have any sisters.
Do you have any sisters?
No, I have brothers. That's why I make dirty jokes.
There you go.
So Cuba.
Cuba.
Cuba jumps in, and the wife shows up, and she's like,
Gal Gadot.
not Gal Gadot, please. Wife shows up and is like, no, you can't extradite him because if you do, it'll hurt. So so if I understand correctly, the issue is Cuba has to show up and go, you can't extradite him because doing so hurts a Cuban.
Yes.
That is what they said, that because you've taken him, that affects someone in Cuba, and that's not okay.
I guess so.
And so her argument is, he has a daughter.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's not. If it was like he is supporting a family of 15, he's the only breadwinner.
They did not expand on that at all. There's like, listen, he has a daughter.
Right. He also, you are there. You are the wife. There is a daughter. She's got a parent.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they really should have like made the stakes a little bit higher. And
He's
then
a
now that you mention
firefighter. He's the only firefighter.
In Cuba.
Yes, in all of Havana.
He's the only one that can put out the fire.
Yeah. We don't know what to do. Do we put water on it? No? Okay.
I don't know. We need Byron.
Byron Marx. Solo firefighter. The breadwinner of a family of 15. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they really should have made the
Nope.
stakes.
He's got a daughter.
He has Teresa.
Yeah. Okay. So then they let him out. They released him on ROR. Why Barbara didn't argue that the last time when they released him, Barbara was like, no, he raped a bunch of women. Not last time when he was in custody, he left the country.
Go to Cuba.
You're like, what is wrong? That's the case you make, not he's a rapist. No, he's a flight risk.
Yes.
Please, use your
on,
legal
Barbara.
terms. It's like they don't know.
SMH.
It's like they do not know the law.
And you do because you
do.
read up on it.
I have read up on it. I also watch a lot of this show.
There you go.
I could be a lawyer. Okay, so SVU follows him. And then we get Law School Carisi. It's kind of like a reminder that he went to law school.
I know. I love how they just throw it in there every so often.
They were
with
like,
Amanda.
No. Okay. So this moment I went, was this just to be like, hey, we know you've been on hiatus all summer. It's the season premiere.
Remember
Carisi
this?
went to law school. You're welcome.
Probably.
It was dumb.
It's pretty smooth.
So he starts arguing jurisdiction with Rollins, and she's like, stop.
Yeah, she's like, enough. I hear this all day. Let's talk about something else. It's like, I get that. I get that.
She was like, tell me about your dreams.
Tell me about your dreams.
Gross. Okay, so Byron Marx escapes and goes to Carla's house to convince her not to testify.
Which, like, how stupid are you?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous. Because I was like, oh, Carla kidnapped him from that. No, he went there on his own terms.
Well, because he still thought he had power over her.
Stupid. Where was her husband also? Do we know?
I think she killed him.
That's our... For real, though. Like,
headcanon, he died.
He did. Okay, I mean, I like that
Yeah.
one, but they probably should have answered that question, yeah?
He was at work.
Okay, it was like 9 o'clock.
No, he does not seem like someone who works.
Maybe he works second shift or something.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem like someone who works, period.
Okay, that's fair.
He seems like the guy who sits at home like a jerk.
Yeah. Maybe he was like out drinking with the buddies or something then.
That I'd believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was not at work. He was out drinking. You're welcome, everyone. And then he had a heart attack and died. Yes.
He needs to be gone. We're never going to see him again, but we just need to know that he's never coming back.
Yes. So good. Okay, so she's holding a gun on him and then is like, remember what you did? And I was like, oh, is she going to pee on him?
I know.
Because I was like, I remember that's what happened. Sorry, spoiler. But I was like, oh, she peed on him? Oh, no, she wanted him to beg.
I was like, that was an intense scene though. Anytime there's two guns and Olivia has one of them, you know that it's gonna get real. Like in Charisma, you know, with the girl, the cult leader, She was like, hand that to me. And the townhouse one with the redheaded kid.
Townhouse incident?
Not townhouse incident. I think it had the word townhouse. No, Father Shadow. Sorry, Father Shadow. The one with the redheaded kid and his dad.
Oh, no, isn't that? Yeah, Father Shadow.
Father
you're right.
Shadow.
That's the one with the producer and Carrie Underwood was the guest star.
No, Miranda Lambert.
Same thing.
Okay.
You knew who I meant.
I knew who you meant,
The country
but
singer that's blonde.
I didn't want people to like slander you in the comments. Okay.
I don't listen to country, and I can't tell blondes apart. Sorry.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But
also,
yeah.
they're the same.
They're the same person.
Right.
It's fine.
Some countries-
Conspiracy theory. Last
Country
week you
fans are
had
gonna
the
be
Will
so mad.
Sasso theory.
That
This
theory,
year,
I'm sorry,
it
last
is
week I was
good.
right. I'm going to be right. You'll see.
It's a good one. But this
Thank you.
in this one, now it's Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert that are
Okay.
the same person.
They're not. I just don't know the difference.
That's fair enough. But yeah, anyway, anytime.
I saw Miranda Lambert in my head, too, when I said Carrie Underwood.
It's all good. It's all
Whatever.
good.
They're blonde country singers, yes?
Blonde country singers.
Okay,
Yes.
so the redhead, who's also the Joker-ish kind of on Gotham, or he was,
And he's
or I don't
in
know.
oh my gosh, what Shameless.
Yes.
I was like, it starts with an S.
That was a great episode.
great episode.
And the dad is from Spinal Tap. The dad's a comedic actor, which is why it's even funnier that he was raping everybody.
Yeah, he was a bad guy.
That was good.
There you go.
All right.
But yeah,
Back to
anytime.
this episode.
Yeah, anytime Olivia's pointing a gun at
gun,
someone
yeah.
who also has a gun,
Right.
it's getting real.
Yeah, but in the one with him, she didn't have a gun. With the producer. I think you're talking about
that's
anytime someone's holding someone hostage and Olivia's there and is like, put the gun on me.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Like-
that's right.
Like
that's
in
true.
the episode with Milo Ventimiglia also, where she's like, just put the gun on me.
Yeah.
So then when they have that discussion where she's talking to Barbara and she's like, I have a kid, I can't do this. I was like, but you're going to. Like,
Yeah, I was like, you've done this only about 17 times that we've seen.
right, but like that's just how you are. You
Now she
think
has a kid.
whatever, she in the moment thinks about the victim.
Yeah, for
her kid's
sure.
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Her kid's got Uncle Barba and Uncle Rafa and Carisi and Aunt
Aunt
Amanda. And blah, blah.
Stop, I think it's kind of cute.
We will get to know everyone.
We'll
Calm
get
down.
to that.
Okay, so she's like, put the gun on me. Carla makes him beg. The gun goes off. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't even pointing it
No,
near
it was
anyone.
clearly at the
I was
roof.
like, not scared. It was fine.
So Carla goes to give her statement.
Yes.
This moment I loved.
Yeah. That was good.
Although I have some questions. So this moment, Carla's giving her statement to the wife. She's like, he cut my face, and then he raped me, and then he urinated on me. So the wife is like,
Yikes.
right? Like that. I'm sorry. What kind? I thought you were supposed to be like the stand by your man kind of wife.
Nah, she dropped him fast.
She dropped him real fast.
Good, though. Like, I was proud of her.
I think it was because Benson was like, you have a kid? I have a kid.
I know. I think just bonded. It was like, she's like the new Elliot, like talking about kids
Yeah,
all the
but
time.
then they show Carla's face and she's like, what's happening here?
She's like, why is this what we're talking about?
Right, like, I'm sorry, my statement wasn't enough. The fact that you have a child.
The fact that they both have toys is just really bonding them.
I'm sorry, your husband raped me and peed on me, but no.
She has a doll, so that's what's gonna change things. I hear. Incredible.
So when Benson says, do you really want him to raise your daughter? He rapes women and then urinates on them. So good. I thought this is going to sound weird. That twist that he peed on her just like made it like from a plain SVU episode to like a what
That's
SVU
true.
episode.
That's just like, oh my god, that's so far. That just is another step, you
Right,
know?
because it's all about power.
Yeah.
So like it's not just that he took all this power, he's like, you're not even worth it.
Yeah,
I
that's
took this and then
awful.
peed on you.
That's freaking awful.
Yes.
But yet they're gonna talk about teddy bears, so it's
right.
fine. Whatever.
So the wife's like,
Yikes.
so you can keep him here? And she's like, yes. And then Barbara says something in Spanish.
There was no subtitles.
There were
so
no
I was like,
subtitles.
huh?
Anyone speak Spanish? Yo don't.
Yo no.
Nope. Took
Yo no puedo.
many years. Got nothing. Anyway, the wife's like, can I go home now to Cuba?
Yeah, she's not even gonna stay.
No,
for, like,
she's like, screw this. Can I
she's
go?
not gonna see the sights. She's not going to the Statue of Liberty. She's going home. Bye-bye.
And that was the case.
That was it. And then, but I
Yes.
did like the line where, because I even wrote it down because I liked it so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Where Barbara's like, well, the extra lawyer is like, can we make a deal?
Yeah.
And Barbara's like, as long as he does double digits and the first one
Is
is
it two?
And I was like, oh, that's a good one. I liked that one.
I wanted to make, what about 3? We're not going to try for 3?
No, just 2. I
You
guess.
raped 3 women. 10 years each.
3 women, first digit is 2.
Mm-hmm.
First digit 2.
Right, the first digit could have been 3.
That's true. It should be, but you know,
Whatever.
this is the justice system.
The criminal justice system.
This is so heinous.
With our lead squad.
Wow, I hate us. Anyway.
We're so
You're
good.
so funny.
Okay, I would like to take a moment, if I may.
You may.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for the SVU After Show. We're not done yet. We still have Noah to talk about. But we ask you to do a very simple thing for us. Go to iTunes, subscribe. That way you don't miss a single episode, especially now that we're doing everything out of order. You're welcome. And hit us with a comment. If you like us, you can give us 5 stars. And if you don't like us, 4 stars is the lowest that it goes. The other stars, they do not work. They are broken. They've been broken for 19 seasons. You're welcome. I broke them. I peed on them.
Well, y'all too far.
Too far? Okay. So we ask you to rate and review. Bang on the keyboard. Write us some comments. Write us some emojis. There were no new reviews. I assume because
Nice.
people didn't know we were back.
Probably not.
Also because we started out of order. So, sorry.
We're going back now, though.
We're
So,
going to cover it all.
Yes.
All 19 seasons.
Every single one.
Boy. So go and do that on iTunes. And then also, we're on a new channel on YouTube. If you have not noticed, this is the AfterBuzz Drama channel. So please subscribe there. That way you know this is happening.
Yes.
And then
It's
you
always
can
helpful.
see, then you can see what episode and what we look like. We're so pretty. Okay. Guess we could talk about him.
Stop.
Okay, this is a new Noah.
It's Nua.
Nua, I love it.
I've sitting on that one for a while.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
That's
you.
a great one. Here's the thing about Nua. He is
Adorable.
my favorite Noah we've had.
Well, there's been twins, so I guess there's been like 3 technically.
So there was the baby.
Oh, that's true. There's like the newborn.
There was, well, I don't know the newborn. I mean the baby, like the one that she started
Found
fostering.
found in a little.
The one in the drawer was
the
the same
drawer.
one that she fostered?
Was it?
I don't know. Girl, I don't look at the babies. So there was a baby. And then there was, last season, there was that dark-haired one, the like really dark-haired one. Mm-hmm. When they discovered he was Johnny D's, I was like, and they do that whole like, if his dad's bad, will he be bad? That kid had no emotion, and I was positive that they were like, oh, he's gonna be a sociopath. It would be fascinating. And now all of a sudden he's like so happy.
He's cute. Like, I'm gonna give it to him. He's cute. Except for it's so funny because his hair went from being like this straight
yeah.
to like strawberry
Curls.
blonde and like super curly.
Yeah. This is my favorite Noah. That doesn't mean I like him. He's just the best of the worst.
He's like, he's pretty cute. He has some energy, which I like.
Yes.
Like, you can tell
He
they're like
tries.
bonding. Yeah. Yeah, he's trying.
And nothing against the actors, the best of the actors that we've had.
Yeah.
I don't care for children.
Yeah. So it's like you're not gonna win with her no matter what you do.
But the best of them. So,
yeah. So there you go.
that's a win. Okay. So Nua, I like that a lot. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Okay. So we start the episode with him going, I wish Lucy was my mommy. And Benson, I thought was going to be like, so hurt.
No, she just shuts him down. Just like, well.
You're stuck with me.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I get why he would want the nanny to be his mom.
Right.
She's the one who's there all the time and probably lets him have candy when mom would say no.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
And then he almost gets hit by a taxi.
Because she lets go of his hand, and the second she did that, I was like, girl, you know that nothing good happens when you let go.
Nah, I'm sorry. She needs to train that thing better.
That thing, like a leash or something.
Yeah, like the backpack
Little
thing.
backpack leashes.
What if your kid is the kind of kid that runs off into the street? Then yeah, you put it on a leash. No.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
I'm obviously gonna be a great mom. Whatever. So He almost gets hit by a taxi. She grabs him by the arm, and then he's got a bruise, and the school nurse is like, how did you get this bruise? And he
That's
goes,
a crazy, nasty bruise, though, if you saw that.
yeah, it was fingers.
Yeah, but I don't know. Does that happen when... It didn't look like she grabbed him that hard.
She lifted him by one arm.
Okay.
Like, so he's there, she grabs the arm and, like,
It seems
swings him
somewhat
around and
gentle
grabs
to
him.
me. I was like, oh, she just one foul swoop, like...
Yeah, with an arm.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I was just like, that's some damage.
So the school nurse is like, there's a big old bruise on this kid. And he's like, yeah, mom gave it to me.
Yeah.
I like that she's like, we talked about lying. And he was like, you did. And she forgot?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was
did
like, how do you forget that your kid almost gets hit
Thank
by
you.
a taxi?
Like, yeah, you may have forgotten that you may have hurt him.
Yeah.
But you definitely don't forget that your child almost died that morning.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I don't understand why she just assumes he's lying. I'm like, there could have been so many, like, accidents that you would have, yeah, you know what I mean? In day-to-day life, like, especially if he
Yes.
bruises easily or something.
Apparently.
He apparently bruises pretty easily.
Yeah, I know. She, like, touched him and full hand.
Boom.
So then she's like, oh, tell everyone what happened. But you gotta tell the whole story.
Right.
Yeah, dumb kid.
I mean, kids don't think about that kind of stuff. They're just like,
Also,
yeah.
the school nurse, how did you get that? Mommy gave it to me.
Oh,
How?
yikes. Yeah, no, that's the other thing. It's
Right.
like, you didn't think to ask anything
Yeah.
beyond that?
Like, when? Oh, did mommy hit you? No.
No.
She picked me up because I almost got hit by a taxi.
Like, girl, you need to ask more questions.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a knock at the door. I really like the moment where she's like, did you invite someone?
Yeah, I was like, that's cute.
That was cute. Of her, I didn't care for his part. And it's Cassidy. Okay.
But that doesn't last long.
Their banter was so cute for that
Do
like
you
30
ship it?
seconds. Yes, and we'll get to that in predictions. Okay. But like the moment where she's like, how was Florida? And he was like, playing golf. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then he sees the kid. I was expecting him to be like,
What?
I have questions.
Well, does
You
he
know?
not know about him?
I mean, he obviously does, because he is out of retirement, an investigator for the DA, and he's taken on a case that SVU can't touch. Why? Because they're investigating Liv. What?
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's the word of the day. Yikes.
So he does know about him, obviously.
Right. I just didn't know. I forget when he left. So I was like,
He left seasons ago.
Yeah.
So he did not know that she adopted him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that he found out about the kid when he got the case. And I'm sure that at the office, this is all headcanon, at the office, he was like, what? I'm sorry, what?
First of all.
So, like, he calmed down. He was like, how old is it? Is it mine?
Oh, that's so true. Because she did buy a pregnancy test at one point.
Did she?
Yeah.
How did I forget that? Oh, I don't like kids. So, yeah, so I assume, like, all of his shock of her having a child, we just didn't see.
Okay. There's probably some fanfic about it.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna plug fanfic every episode because, like, that's what I grew up on, man.
I
I've
love
read
it.
it all.
I love it. Okay, we have some stuff we have to tell you. Anything final about Noah's storyline?
No.
Great. Okay, so here's some stuff that we have to tell you. Two things. First thing, I don't know why I'm talking like we're playing charades.
This is some game show level
Sorry.
stuff here.
We have some deleted scenes.
We have 4. There's a lot of deleted scenes, and I will describe them to you very quickly.
So before you do that,
Yes.
is it possible for us to tweet them out later?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
So stick around, we will tell you where those will be tweeted out
Yes.
in a bit. But 4 deleted scenes, and we're going to try to do that this season because SVU's social team has stepped up their game.
Stepping it up. Yeah,
Yes.
they're all on the NBC website, but I can definitely attach the links in my Twitter
Wonderful.
and whatnot.
Tell us about these deleted scenes.
So the first deleted scene was Finnan asking Carisi for hypothetical legal advice,
Oh!
which was like really funny because Carisi obviously knew that he was asking for himself in the whole Cuba situation.
Being like, am I going to jail
Yeah.
for arresting this guy in
And Chris
Cuba?
is like, well, hypothetically, you probably committed a felony in Cuba. And like, but he's like, but I don't know all the answers yet because lawyers never know the answers. They have to look it up in the books. And Finn's like, well, I would, get a refund on that law degree. And it was very sassy. And
Oh, I like this. I
Yeah.
shouldn't delete
it
it.
was pretty funny. It was like a minute long.
Okay.
There was another scene with Byron in jail, and it was the detective's trying to figure out what like makes him tick. And at first he's like so closed off. He's like, I had such a happy childhood, like it was nothing that you're gonna like figure out. And then he just launches into this huge thing about how his mom and his best friend slept together when he was a kid. And so I was like, so that's what makes you tick.
Nah, I don't care. This is a dumb, stupid deleted
Yeah, it was like
scene.
3 minutes too. It was like
I'm
pretty
real glad they
long.
cut that out because I liked the scene where Amanda's like, he's so charismatic.
Yeah.
That's much more interesting.
Oh, kind of just breaking up the deleted scene for a second. I really had wished that we would have seen this guy before. Like when they do continuations,
Yeah.
I always want there to actually have like set it up like 4 years ago or something.
Right. They started to do that more so in the later seasons, like season 14 and above, they've started doing stuff like that. But I agree that if this is the first case that Rollins like came in on,
Yeah.
I would have liked his name mentioned back then and then them been like, we'll figure that out later. It's kind of like when they brought in Guillermo Diaz for an episode where they tied it back to this real cute clip where Cragen comes in and he's like, you want coffee? And Benson's like, yeah, and 4 eggs and this and that and bacon and whatever. And she's like, coffee's fine. And he's like, you crack him? And he's like, yeah, 9 hours. That tiny clip that had nothing to do with anything years ago
Right.
tied into something.
Yeah.
I appreciated that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, cause oh gosh,
Could
my
you not
voice-
die?
I
We're in the
know,
middle of
I'm
an
so
after show.
sorry. But yeah, I just wish they would have like planted that seed, or even when they use like the old clips. I think it was like episode 300 or something.
Yes.
I just
They
would
just
have liked
faked
that.
it?
Yeah, they faked it. Like just fake it for me, because I had to look on IMDb. I was like, has this guy been in
He
this
was not.
before?
Nope,
Like,
not at all.
That's a bummer.
I
wish they would've done
think
that.
it would have been very smart of them to, in the first 14 seasons, to just start throwing out names and
Right.
and like just
For
saying
safekeeping.
weird things. Like we'll get to that eventually, maybe.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Anyway, next
Yes.
deleted scene.
'Kay.
Someone on Twitter actually requested we talk about this one. It's one where Carisi comes in, and it was very funny. And Barba and Olivia are talking in her office, and Carisi comes in, and he's like, with all of this research that I've done, I've figured out that the wife is going to testify. And Barbara's like, yeah, I did too, because I like have a notice from the judge that says that exact thing. And Carisi's like super offended. He's like, this is why the world hates lawyers, because he like thought about this so hard.
That's
and,
so
like, deeply.
funny.
It was so cute. They're like, oh wow, did you like come to this on your own? And he's like, I did. And they're like, that's so impressive. And Olivia did look a little proud mom. It was very sweet. But
Oh.
Barbara's like, yeah, I like we knew that. Like, poor
They should have left
Carisi.
that in. That
Yeah,
was so
it
good.
was really funny. That
You
one was
tie
really
that in
good.
with a guy peeing on girls. Like that's a great episode.
Classic. This is why this one's probably not a classic, because they didn't keep it in.
Yeah.
And then we just have one where Dworkin is just like just extra.
He's,
That's it.
I saw it. He was extra.
That was the whole.
That's his
that
whole
was,
thing.
It was just more of him being extra.
Great.
Basically.
Good.
Yeah.
So we agree that they cut out 3 good ones, and they should have kept 1.
They should have kept 2, because they didn't need the whole backstory about the mom and the friend sleeping together. We decided
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the jail. So 2. You guys were 2 and 2.
All right.
50-50.
50-50. Speaking of 50-50, you are doing something for the sport thing that's happening.
Yeah. So it's March Madness right now.
I don't know what that means.
It's some basketball stuff.
Okay.
But you know, who needs basketball when you have Law & Order SVU?
Yep.
So on my Twitter account, I have been doing a SVU lawyer bracket, and we are down to the final 2 of the best lawyers.
I'm shocked at who it is.
Yeah, it's Alex Cabot and Casey Novak. But for your reference, the final 4 had Rafael Barba and Elizabeth Donnelly.
Nice.
Which I was like, because she went against Sonia Paxton, and Sonia Paxton's like a pretty fan favorite, so she edged her out though.
Sonia grew on me eventually.
I liked Sonia a lot.
All right. Well, check out those brackets, and we'll tweet out those deleted scenes.
Yes.
And we'll tell you where after predictions. Nope. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Your
Thanks.
AfterBuzz TV
Predictions. Okay, so the episode ended with Cassidy being there, and next episode, the baby drama continues.
It does.
And we will be doing episode 2 next week.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we're
Sure.
doing next week.
Let's do it.
Yep, because there aren't new episodes yet.
Nope.
Okay, while we know what happens, so we're not going to specifically predict, but in SVU fashion, we all know, like we saw literally that she did not hurt her child maliciously. So, and everyone knows that Benson would never.
Never.
And Cassidy is in love with her. So, you know, that we're pretty sure they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
That said, here's my prediction, and I still hold on to it, and nothing will change it. Cassidy and Benson are endgame.
Oh.
They are endgame. They're meant to be, when this episode first aired, I was like, this is it. He's coming back. They're going to be together. I stand by it.
See, I'm still holding off for the Elliot return.
Yeah, but we already discussed that, didn't we?
If we're discussing endgame, though, yeah, that's a hefty word to just throw around.
I do not just throw around.
So we have two
They have
sides of the fandom represented now. That's good.
Look, Cassidy and Benson have been together since season 1. It has
Yeah.
been there from the beginning. They were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and now we're inching towards the right place at the right time.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at them.
Because he's mayhem.
Because he's in those commercials. I'm like, you know,
He's
hard to
mayhem,
resist.
and I'm a big fan. I would get that insurance.
Like I said, though, I pretty much eat whatever the writers feed me. I'm like, yeah, okay, this sounds pretty good.
Oh, no.
I do like the season 1 connection, though. That's cute.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They're meant to be.
I like couples with history.
And they have history.
They have history.
And it only gets worse.
Yeah, it just, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my prediction, and I will always stand by it until they kill him, that they're endgame.
All right.
Yes.
There you go.
Any other thoughts?
I don't know. I'm bad. I'm like bad at not spoiling things. So I'm not gonna like predict anything since I obviously have already watched them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we're gonna be seeing some more Noah.
Yep.
Yael's so excited.
At least it's the best of the Noahs.
You get the best Noah.
The best of the Noahs. He also like is all over the SVU Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That actor like does a bunch of stuff with them. I think they're trying to compete with This Is Us.
Oh.
That's my theory.
On the same network.
Uh-huh. Trying to be like, we got
Friendly
cuter
rivalry.
kids. Wrong.
Wrong. Should I do an NBC show March Madness bracket next?
No.
Because this one would win.
Yes.
'Kay.
Because this is the greatest show of all time.
You're not wrong.
I am aware. All right. On that note, let us tell you where we can find all the things that we're going to tweet out at you. Taylor.
Yes, you guys can find me on Twitter at alphaba_Ann and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_. I'm also here every Tuesday doing the Unreal and Rise after shows, and obviously I'm here every Thursday doing the SVU after show.
Yay. I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And starting next week at some point. Yep, I think it's next week. Legion is returning. That's right, the FX show in the X-Men universe. Hell yes, I'm leading it. So check that out. And I'll be guest hosting on the Magicians finale next week.
Ooh.
Yes, Magicians. But also Law and Order Special Victims Unit, the greatest show of all time.
The most important one.
The most important one. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Dun dun.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.